What's going on, everyone? My name is Prestige. Thank you so much for joining me on the channel. Today I got some more Black Ops 3 gameplay for you. I hope y'all enjoy. I wanted to talk a little bit about the streaks and how they felt to me in Call of Duty Black Ops 3. There was a lot of different streaks that we hadn't ever seen before, as well as some streaks that may seem similar to what we've used in Call of Duty Black Ops 2. So sit back, relax, enjoy. I hope y'all enjoy the video as well. Let us get started by saying there were 12 available streaks for us to use. Those 12 streaks being the UAV, the HCXD, the Dart, the Care Package, the Counter UAV, the Lightning Strike, the Talon, the Cerberus, the Wraith, the Raps, the Combat Robot, and the Mothership. Those were all 12 that we were able to use. There were actually 18 slots, so there are still many streaks that weren't announced or shown at E3. So there's a possibility that we may see even more powerful streaks in the future. But let's focus on what was available at E3. Now, before we go into the actual score that you have to get to earn these things, just know that that score may rise, it may decrease. We just don't know what's going to happen in the final version of the game. So all of these point balances may change in the end. But let's start with the UAV at 400 score. UAV is the same like we've had every year. You call it in, you could see enemies on the minimap, and that's pretty much it. The one thing that I can respect about what Treyarch has done with Black Ops 3 UAV is you can call it in really fast. Like, you could call it in super quick. If I kill enemies and I'm not using a suppressor and then they know where I'm at on the minimap, I want to be able to call in that UAV really quick. You know, put my weapon down really quick, call in the UAV, and continue the gunfight. I don't want to have to worry about, oh, is my weapon going to come up fast enough? Am I going to be able to hurry up and get back into the action? That's one thing that I can respect, and I use UAV quite a bit, especially when I'm playing like Domination or a mode like that. Next up, we have the HCXD coming in at 425 score. This is pretty much the RCXD from Call of Duty Black Ops 2, except this one has a thrust power jump and you can drive on walls. That is pretty badass. I would really like to know how long you can drive on a wall. I don't know if it just sticks there and you can just jump off and like jump at a vertical angle at people. I could just imagine some sick montages or triple quad kills with this thing. So I'm definitely going to be trying this out as soon as the game comes out. Next up, we have the Dart. This is coming in at 525. What you can do is pilot an anti-personnel drone. Basically, you have a locking missile that you can use, or you can dive bomb the enemies, kind of like a hunter killer. So that's pretty cool. I liked the Dart. I used it one time, and unfortunately, as soon as I got into it, I died, and that was it. It didn't let me fly it around. It just went away. So that kind of sucks. Next up, we have the Care Package. Just like before, it will drop a random streak, so that has been in the past, coming in at 550 points. The only gripe I have against this is it takes way too long for your package to come in. It was like taking 30 to 35 seconds. If somebody else called in a helicopter to drop a package, yours would come after that, so it could take up to 45 seconds for your care package to come into the battlefield, and that takes a very long time, especially when you're in a tight match that is like Domination. You have to make sure you're protecting flags. That's just no bueno. You don't want that to happen. Next up, we have the Counter UAV at 600 points. Basically, what this is going to do is disable the minimap, just like we've seen before, and once again, you can call this in really fast like the UAV. Next up, at 750 points, we have the Lightning Strike. The same exact thing that was in Call of Duty Black Ops 2. Basically, you pull up this little computer, place 3 little areas, and then boom, there's going to be bombs dropped on those areas. It's really cool now, though, because in your wrists, you have this hologram, and it pulls up that instead of like a tablet to where you call it in. It's a little bit wonky at first, but then I got used to it, so that's the only thing that I think I could say I had against it. Next up, we have a point increase going from 750 to 975 to earn the Talon. And what this is going to do is going to follow you around like an escort drone, automatically shooting enemies, or you can remote control it. So that's pretty cool. It's basically just like an escort drone from Call of Duty Black Ops 2. Then next up, we have the Cerberus for 1,000 points. This is going to be similar to an AGR. You airdrop it down onto the ground, and basically it'll just roll around like Wall-E and kill people, or you can control it and kill people. It depends on how you are feeling and what mode you're playing, obviously. Now time for one of my favorite streaks. It's called the Wraith. It came in at 1,100 points, and it was basically a stealth chopper. You'd place it anywhere on the map you want it to patrol, and then the Wraith would shoot down on enemies. It would have that same sound like the stealth chopper had, and it was awesome. It was good because you can basically use it as a flag watcher. If they aren't using perks to avoid getting shot by those things, it would just be raining hell from above, and that's what I love about the Wraith. And it would stay there for a pretty good 45 minute 30 seconds. I'm not exactly sure. All of that's probably going to be fine-tuned still. Moving up, we have Wraps, which is basically dogs. They come in at $12.75. These things are going to just roll around on the ground and roll your enemies over. It is crazy to see these things go to work, and it just follows them, and they can't outrun these things. It's like dogs. You just can't get away from them. It's crazy. The combat robot, or GI unit, is at 1400. Basically what this is it's a general infantry robot unit. You can set it to guard mode, or you can set it to patrol mode, and let it defend a designated location. That is awesome. You can have it guard a flag, you can have it patrol an area, you can have people stop, you know, get in your flag and capture the flag. It's going to be awesome to see this thing in battle finally. I'm not exactly sure how long it's going to take one of these things out. Unfortunately, nobody ever got one of these. They were coming in at 1400. Everyone would rather use the next streak, which was the Mothership. This was the highest streak at E3, and basically what this thing was an AC-130 and an escort drone and a Wraith, and all of these things had a baby and created the Mothership. I believe you can have 1 or 2 other teammates up there with you, and it's like a support kind of thing, except you're not tagging enemies, you're actually shooting them with machine guns. Like, you have the power to get a lot of kills if somebody on your team ends up getting the Mothership. It's all about the enemy team having to take you out as well, because if they don't, this thing was up in the air a ridiculous amount of time. Like, this thing was probably there for 2 minutes 30 seconds, maybe even longer, and I guess it's something to be expected if you earn the best streak in the game. Now, I don't know if this is going to be the highest streak in the end game. I don't know if once the full game comes out, if this is going to be the highest thing available. I'm just saying, in the E3 game that we played, in the E3 version that we played, this was the highest streak. So, I don't know what to think, guys. Let me know what you think down below in the comment section. The streaks felt good to me. They feel right because they're actually going to be able to kill. It's similar to Black Ops 2, and if you guys liked Black Ops 2, you're most likely going to like the streaks in this game. So I hope you all enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to click that thumbs up button down below, and do not forget to subscribe for more awesome videos each and every day. Until next time, everybody, I am out. Peace!
Our flag has been returned.